Right. Guys, good evening. Right. So are you aware what subject I'm going to deal with? Economics, right? So yesterday, one day I asked sir to deal with the subject, right? So from today, I'll be your economics faculty. That is macroeconomics, right? So I am myself qualified CMA, Subbalakshmi, right? For your CA foundation as well as your MEC. Second year, I'll be dealing with macroeconomics part, right? Yes, ma'am. So how is our class going to go, ma'am? What is the procedure of our class? We have 45 minutes to 1 hour of class daily. Yes, in that first 5 minutes we will be doing recap. Yes. After that 40 minutes solidly we'll be going with the class. After that last 10-15 minutes or last 5-10 minutes we'll be solving the questions. Right? In that last 5-10 minutes how we will be solving the questions, ma'am? Based on theoretical questions we'll be solving. Whatever is a practical question is there, that we will be solving in the class itself. Samajh mein aaya ji? Yes? Clear? So yesterday what did you guys learn in economics? Can anyone or one or two of you recap? What did you learn yesterday? Or what do you mean by circular flow? Try karo. See, something is wrong is also fine, but at least try.
Circular flow of money from one sector to another.
From one sector to another or from factors of production to business. As I say not. You tell me what is the correct answer. One sector to another or factors of production to business or household. Factors to, so basically factors of production to business. So what are the four factors of production? Yes. Now what is the return you will be getting on that? For land, labor, capital, entrepreneur, profit, right? So you are aware of this. So you are done with the first unit of macroeconomics in national income, right? Not the entire unit, okay? So no need not to get scared, right? Now, sir, when it comes to macroeconomics, we have few definitions which I want you guys to know, right? So when you learnt your microeconomics, there were few definitions which you will be knowing. Yes, in microeconomics, there were few definitions which you came across, right? Like for example, definition of economy, definition of economics, right? Definition of scarcity, definition of unlimited wants. Yes, so the same way in your macroeconomics part also, there are few definitions which you have to learn. So today's topic will be basics of macroeconomics definition part, right? Kindly don't sleep. I know this is a purely a theoretical part. So don't sleep, right? Don't sleep. I will try maximum my level best to make the class interactive. Samajh mein aaya ji? Yes. So what is the first definition you are seeing here, sir? What is the first definition which you are seeing here? Domestic territory. So ma'am, what do you mean by the word domestic territory? Any vague answer or any layman answer? Yeah, so basically within the boundary. So if you can imagine the outlay of the India map, right? So that is the domestic boundary of India. Wherein you go to US, the outline map of US will be the domestic boundary for US, right? Now, sir, what does it tell, sir? What is the purpose that we should know domestic boundaries for computation of national income, right? First of all, do you know the meaning of national income? Any? Yeah, nation ka income. See, basically the goods and services what we produce within our country throughout the financial year. That is a national income, right? After we deduct the cost, whatever we are going to get, that is the national income, right? Now, why we have to study the definition domestic territory? So we need to know within our domestic territory what are the goods and services, what are the goods which are produced and what are the services we are rendering to the nation. Yes or no, ma'am? Yes. Now see there in layman's language, what is given, sir? Political frontiers of a country. That means, sir, if you can imagine the political map of India, have you guys anytime come across the political map of India? If you guys can imagine that map, in that map, whatever is a boundary which is given, that is the domestic territory of India. समझ में आया जी? Yes. Now it includes what? In domestic territory also there are few things which are included. What are they, sir? Ships and aircrafts owned by a normal resident, right? Now, sir, why is that exclusively ships are included in this? Ships and aircrafts. What is the purpose that inclusively it is included? We can bring ships outside India, from outside India as well, without manufacturing it from India. In that case, ma'am, whatever the ship which is sailing in India, even though the ship is a foreign ship, at that time when it is sailing in our domestic territory, that income is a domestic income, or that territory within India, that ship will become a domestic territory ship. समझ में आया जी? Understood? Now tell me one thing, I'll ask you guys, if in case you guys are resident of India only, no? Citizens of India only, no? If in case you guys are going and working in foreign or in abroad, now tell me whether that income whichever is there, it will be called as national income of India or national income of that particular country you are working. Of? Yeah, right. So for example, let us say anybody, whoever is there, XYZ person, he is working, yeah, any doubt? So if in case any person is working outside India and if he is a citizen of India, right, whatever income he is earning outside India, it belongs to the income of that particular country. It does not belong to the income of India. समझ में आया जी? Understood? Next, what is next, sir? Fishing vessels, oils and natural gas. Now, sir, you tell me which is the country which is very famous for extraction of oil? Dubai. Is it located in India, outside India? Outside India, right? Now, any oil which you extract from Dubai, whether it is a national income of India or Dubai? Dubai, yes. But ma'am, why is it included in India? If in case Indian government has the right to extract the oil from Dubai, then the exclusive right is held by whom, sir? India. That means that particular right for which you have extracted the oil, that particular amount will become the national income of India. समझ में आया जी? Clear? Any doubt? Right? Next, embassies and consulates. What do you mean by embassies? What do you mean by consulates?
Other countries' government will be there and some other country to help the people.
Yes.
That country and other country.
Yes. So basically, sir, you will be seeing our Indian embassies, right? They will be going and working, government people only, they'll be going and working in the other country to help Indians. Yes or no? Now, ma'am, if in case a US embassy is working in India, now tell me whether the income generated in India is a national income or a foreign income? Foreign income or a national income?
Foreign income. Because they have come here for some national duty, not for their wish.
Yeah, fine. Okay, no problem.
So it's a foreign.
So foreign income, national income, Indian income. See, it's purely an Indian income, right? When let me clarify, when an Indian embassy goes anywhere abroad to work in that particular country, let us say they are going to US and they are working in that country, in such cases, that income will become US ka income, it is not going to be the Indian income, right? What viewpoint you are telling is, it will come in your taxation paper, not here, in your CMA if in case you are taking. At that time, taxation paper mein wo aata, compulsorily. But if in case you are working in India, Indian embassy working in foreign, that will become an foreign income only. Because in the territorial domestic territory, whether US is included in domestic territory? Yes, no. No. At that time, how can you include that one? समझ में आया जी? Clear? We are talking in perspective of only domestic territory and not in any other perspective. समझ में आया जी? Origin and all of that we are not talking. Clear? Understood what is a domestic territory? Yes. Next one, ma'am, in this we came across one word, normal resident. Right? In the domestic territory ka definition mein, we came across one word, normal resident. So what do you mean by a normal resident? Who is a normal resident? You guys are normal residents of India? Yes or no? That means, sir, there are two conditions which has to be satisfied. It is an and condition, not an or condition. That means, sir, any one I should satisfy? No, I should satisfy both. What are they, sir? One is, sir, who is a ordinary resident in India. Ordinary resident here means, sir, your parents, your grandparents, your basic origin is from India. समझ में आया जी? Your father, great grandfathers are from India. Next, whose economic interest also lies in India. Sir, what do you mean by the term as economic interest? What do you mean by the term economic interest? That means, sir, I earn in India, I spend that money in India. Right? That means I am giving or I am a part of Indian economy. That means I am giving some input to Indian economy. Right? That is called as economic interest. Right? If in case, for example, you take cricketers, Virat Kohli or somebody, whoever it is, he will go play matches outside India. Now tell me whether he is a normal resident of India or not. He is a normal resident. That means, sir, for India he is playing there. Now tell me what concept he told me there. The embassies wala, that will apply now. Clear? Where you take it as a domestic territory, it is not. But where you work for a particular country outside India, it is a Indian income. Samajh mein aaya ji? Any doubt here? Yes? Now, sir, here there are two words. One is citizenship and one is residentship, right? Now, what do you mean by the word citizenship? Any idea? A person can get how many citizens? How many citizenship?
One. In India it's one, but in other countries they can take a dual.
Yes, they can take a dual citizenship, right? Now, what do you mean by the term citizenship, sir? Indian citizenship arises from two ways. What are they, sir? So, yeah, so automatically if you are born in India, you are a citizen of India. Other than that?
If your parents are somebody else from India.
Yeah, so basically you are born outside India, but your parents or your origin, that is your ancestors, are there in India. At that time you are called as a Indian citizen. Yes, sir. Now, what do you mean by the term residentship? Some other country.
If you are living in India, then you are a resident of India, not a citizen.
So basically, sir, I'll tell you here, there is one thing which you will have to remember, that is the 1 year concept, right? So in one particular financial year, what do you mean by the term financial year? 1st April to 31st March of the next year, right? So that means, sir, from April 1st, 2025 till 31st March 2026 and more, if I am staying in India, then I am a resident of India. समझ में आया जी? Clear? Yes, if I am staying in India for more than 1 year, right? Citizenship is different, residentship is different, right? If in case I am staying only for 6 months, am I a resident of India? No, but am I a citizen of India? If you are born in India and you are staying only for 6 months, now tell me. Yes, am I a resident of India? No. Clear, sir? Clarified? Yes. Next. Yes. See, sir, there are few points here wherein 6 points where you cannot tell them as a normal resident of India, right? Now tell me, I told you 2 points which are who are considered as normal residents. Who are they? Tell me, I told you 2 things for normal resident. What are those 2 conditions? I am asking normal resident.
Normal resident, it is more than 1 year he has to stay in.
That is residentship. Residentship is different.
Below 1 year.
Normal resident is different.
If his origin is from India.
India. Okay, next one. What is next one? No. His economic interest lies in the country, right? So when these two conditions are there, he is a normal resident, right? So ma'am, now tell me, there are few people which are excluded from normal citizen. Who are they, sir? Foreign tourists and visitors. Sir, somebody from some relative from US, they'll come, they'll stay for 1 or 2 weeks and they will leave, right? Are they earning something in India? Tell me, they came for tourist purpose. They came to visit, let us say, Rajasthan and all. They came here for just visiting, right? Are they earning something in India? Are they having any economic activity in India? Yes, no. See, economic activity includes both spending and earning. Are they earning? No, only they are spending, right? And that too, once they land Indian airport, that is, or when they board the flight foreign, they are going to convert their currency into Indian currency, right? But originally, what is the currency they have? Foreign currencies, right? So are they normal resident of India? No. So when they are spending that amount in India, is it considered as an Indian income? Yes, no. Yes. See, your brother is there in US, right? He came here for visiting, right? Just for visiting purpose and nothing else. Now tell me whether he is a resident of India or not. He is not a resident of India, right? समझ में आया? Now whatever he is spending, is it an Indian income or not? It is. Why, sir? It's in the boundary of India, right? Next, foreign staffs of embassies and officials and members who are located in the given country. Sir, suppose for example, a Pakistani who is there, he works only for work. He has come here. Only for just 1 or 2 days he has come here. Now tell me. I am just giving you an example. Some Pakistani embassy has come. Just they have served only 2 days. Now tell me.
Are they residents of India?
Yes. Are they normal residents of India or not? No. Right. Next. International organizations like UNO. What is UNO, sir? United Nation organization. Like World Bank, United Nation organizations and all. What they'll do, sir? They will come for some meetings. They'll attend the meeting and they'll go away. Now tell me, are they residents of India? No. Next, employees of international organizations. As I told you, the World Bank or Swiss Bank, whatever it is, they'll come, they will just attend the meeting or they'll just do the work what is assigned to them and they'll go. Now tell me, is Indian government going to pay them the money? Arey, international organization is there. Are Indian government going to pay the money for them? No. That means whether that person is a normal resident of India? No. Yes. Next, crew member of a foreign vessel, right? Somebody, there's a ship which is coming from China or somewhere else, and that crew member is held up in India due to some unfortunate situations. Now tell me whether he is a normal resident of India? No. Next, last one, border workers, right? That means who are they? Armed peoples, right? Armed peoples, right? Now they are in the border of India and Pakistan. Indian army is there, right? Or Pakistani army has entered India. Now tell me, those Pakistani people, are they normal residents? I am just telling you, if in case they come inside, fighting is a different thing. I am just telling you, right? Next, what is the next one, sir? Factor income and transfer income. Sir, what is the difference between a factor income and a transfer income, right? Factor income is something which is earned from the factors of production. समझ में आया? That means, sir, you do some work, you earn income for that, right? Suppose, for example, you give land on rent. So what is the income you are going to earn? Rent. So if in case you guys are, let us say you are CA students, you finished your CA inter, you are going into articleship, right? What are you going to earn at that time? Not paisa. See, it is either your articleship ka stipend or might be the in your terms wages, right? So for labor you are giving wages. Yes. Right? See, articleship is basic.
I know, but still for respect.
Yes, yes, yes.
Actually, find them.
Yes, yes. Income earned from factors of production is a factor income, right? What is a transfer income, ma'am? Any idea what is a transfer income? Ma'am, you get a gift from your father. Now tell me whether it's a factor income or transfer income. Transfer income. That means, sir, you are not doing any work. Your father is giving you pocket money, right? Or let us say, for example, there was you got good marks in your exam. Your father is giving you money, but initially, did you do any economic activity there? No, you just wrote exam. You cleared your exam. Your father, as a token of appreciation, is giving you money. Now tell me whether it's a transfer income or factor income. Transfer income, right? समझ में आया जी? Clear? Now, before even I start what is a net factor income from abroad, there are few definitions which I will teach. What is a final good or final goods?
Ready for consumption.
Yes.
And then there can be no further process.
Yes. So basically, sir, this laptop is ready to use, right? Am I going to modify this laptop anymore?
You can. You can.
After I get into my hand,
Yes, you can.
what you can do?
I am not telling everybody.
See, yes. I am asking you guys, whatever specifications I want, I have incorporated in the laptop. Laptop is ready to use. Now tell me whether it's a final good or not. Whether it's a final good or not. Yes. Now tell me, can I modify that? I am asking you, laptop ready to use. I am asking laptop which is ready to use, which is ready to be sold, which is ready to be put into the market. Tell me. Yes. Now, sir, can I include this income which I earn from final products into the national income? Yes. That means it also forms a part of national income. Right? Now, what do you mean by intermediary goods? What do you mean by intermediary goods? If you can see this image, right? Now, sir, to make a car, I need engine, I need various tool parts, right? So these tool parts, whatever I am using, that is a intermediary good. Whatever is a car I am producing at the end, that will become my final good. Now, sir, I will give you one example. I have my home bakery, right? I bake cakes at my home and I sell, right? Now, I am baking my cake for my child. Now tell me that cake ka whatever the goods I am using, sugar hone do, maida hone do, whatever it is it a intermediary good or not? Yes or no? Yes or no? See, again, intermediary goods are classified into two. One for commercial purpose, one for personal purpose, right? Now, whatever cake I am making for my child, whether it's a commercial purpose or for personal purpose,
He's directly consuming it now. Now he's not modifying it after giving it.
you understand the concepts what I am telling. I am using maida, I am using sugar, etc. for the baking purpose of the cake. I am not giving the cake to the customer. I am using it for myself. Now tell me whether the products which are there, don't go in the English terms, tell me whether that product is an intermediary product or not.
Let me raise you one question. For example, you're having a car. Okay, you're selling it to a customer and you're selling it to a person. Ultimately,
Which person?
like let it be a close relative or someone. Ultimately, it's a final product. Come on.
Fine, I am talking about an intermediary product. See, see, cake is a final product. I understand. The product which I am using in that. Intermediary products. Now tell me in that.
Are you making and giving, or you're giving just take the products making yourself?
Array, I am using maida sugar. Tell me whether it's an intermediary product or not. Intermediary product, right? Now, in that intermediary product also, which is included in national income, which is not included in national income.
National income when you sell it to a consumer or the customer.
That is what I am trying to tell you from
So you
that.
said when you make a cake and give it to your child.
Array, I am making a cake. See, for example, let us say, you are my students, right? You got very good marks in economics. Let us say today is the last class of economics. I want to give you, let's say as a token of appreciation or something, I am giving you cupcakes. Right? Am I selling it to you? No. Are you giving me money? Is there any economic flow between us? No. Now tell me the ingredients which I use in that cupcake, whether it's an intermediary product or not.
But when you're giving to, that's a final product.
I am not talking. See, guys, forget about final products. See, I am not, guys. Yes, guys. See, guys. Wait. I am talking about only intermediary products. Forget about the final product. Final product, anyways, it's a cake. Right? If it is an economic flow, it will be added to national income. If not, no. Right? Clear that part? I am talking about intermediary goods, which are used to make that cake. समझ में आया? Now I am using that intermediary products to make cake for my children. समझ में आया? Right? Now tell me whether it will be added in national income or not. No. Right? When I am selling it, let us say for example, what's your name? Shrija. Like, let's say she came to me and she said, ma'am, today is my mom's birthday. I want 1 kg of cake. She is paying me money for that. Now tell me whether I will be adding it to national income or not. Finished. Matter close. Understood? Clarified? Any doubt? Doubt hai? Nahi? Clarified? Clarified or not? Yes or no? Next, what do you mean by a consumption good? Which you directly consume for the satisfaction of human want. That means, sir, an apple. Right? Let you go to a hotel, you order something, which is a consumption good, right? Ready to eat processed foods. Whatever it is. You saw the example here, you are telling me. Right? Right? So whatever is ready to consume or ready to satisfy the human want, that is a consumption good. Now, sir, in consumption good, they are classified into 3. What are they, sir? Durable, non-durable and service. So what do you mean by a durable good?
No. Which can survive for a longer period of time.
So basically, sir, you bought a TV at your home. But it's a durable good or not? Durable good. That means it lasts for more than a particular period of time and it is not perishable. Right? So what do you mean by non-durable good? Yes, which perishes and which has lifespan of very short lifespan. Right? Now, what is service? So basically that is something which is intangible, right? That means if I teach you, that is a service. If I sell books, that is called what? If I sell good, what it is, if I sell a book, what it is called? Sale of good, right? If I give you services, it is called rendering of services. You won't use sale over there, you use rendering of services. समझ में आया जी? Yes? Clear? Next, what do you mean by a capital good? Yes. What do you see, guys? I'll be clear with one thing. These words will come in your calculation of national income. If you guys are not perfect with the meaning of the words, you will definitely go wrong. Let me be very clear. If in case you guys are writing CBSE board exams, one question is there for 10 marks, national income. Outrightly 10 marks. One question. I'll tell you how it is. I'll show you the paper. Right? It is one question is for 10 marks. Right? You can easily get that 10 marks just by adding and subtracting few items. For that you need to learn the definition. Clear? Now, yes, what do you mean by a capital good? In your microeconomics 11th standard, did you learn types of goods in economy? Yes, no. Economics में नहीं तो your BST में did you learn types of goods? What are they? Those are assets. I am asking goods. I am asking goods. Consumer goods, capital goods, war finger goods. War finger goods. Yes. War.
War finger.
Yes. The goods which you use, what the goods which you use or produce only for at the time of war. Yes, understood. That is there in demand. Whatever you guys are telling, normal goods, different goods, and all, they are in my theory of demand, right? Now tell me here in capital good, what do you mean by a capital good?
Non-current assets like plant and machinery. More than 12 months of balance sheet. Ma'am, more than 12 months of a balance sheet.
I am asking what is a capital good?
Which has a lifespan of more than 12 months of a balance sheet.
So basically fixed assets, right? But yes, let me correct. When I ask types of goods, it is not fixed assets. When I ask types of goods, you need to mention those three, which I said you now. When I ask what is a yes, right now, what is a capital good, sir? Which I produce for an economy which lasts for more than 1 year, right? That is might be your machinery, might be your equipments. समझ में आया जी? Which have very huge investment, right? Now, production of the capital goods, will I include it in the national income?
Yes, you will.
Yes, right? Because since it's a very huge investment. समझ में आया जी? Clear? Yes or no? Yes. So here ends your definition part, right? Here ends your definition part. One small definition is there. Right. So this is the last definition for the day. Net factory income from abroad. Sir, when I speak about net income in national income, it is removing your depreciation. From your gross income, you minus depreciation, you will get the net income. Right? Samajh mein aaya? This is clear. Now, sir, when I talk about the net factory income from abroad, it is nothing but, sir, the income which you earn from outside the country, which is not there in the domestic territory of India. Right? Now, sir, only factor income we will consider here. What is the purpose, sir? What is the purpose that we will consider only factor income here? I said you what is a factor income, right? Now tell me, we consider only factor income here. What is the purpose? Sir, when somebody, let's say for example, your brother or sister who is working in foreign, they are bringing you gift. Whether it's a factor income or transfer income? Transfer income, right? So you are not doing anything. There is no money flow into the economy, right? When it is a factor income, there is a money flow in the economy. Samajh mein aaya ji? That is where you will add or you will consider factor income, and that factor income also from abroad, which is after deducting your depreciation. Samajh mein aaya ji? Yes? Clear? Yes? So what definitions we learned today for the day? Can anyone summarize?
Types of goods.
Starting May, what did we learn? Yes, next. Yes, next. 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 Capital goods. We learned what is it? Yes, right. So as of I know, we have learned 5 to 6 definitions in the class, right? So tomorrow we'll be solving problems. I'll be sharing you this PDF today in your group. Kindly go through the PDF. Clear? If in case you are through with the definition, that is when we can start the problem. Yes, the third, still for second unit little more is there, but exclusively third unit your problems will start. Clear, sir? Yes? Yes, thank you.
Shall we? Sir, in the last session, we have gone through few fundamentals regarding management. Shall we have a quick recall, ma? So basically, I have dealt with only two guys. That is one is Tata and other is who is that buddy, ma? Reliance and that buddy Smita Rai from South Sikkim. Okay, and mainly for every successful organization, who is the main reason, ma? Management. So they are managing men to reach the targets of a organization. So they are managing the men to reach targets of whom? Individuals or organizations? Mainly organizations. Manage men T. Okay. And so regarding efficiency and effectiveness, mainly regarding efficiency, what is the main motive? How much raw material we are consuming to produce the finished good? Whether we are consuming more or less. If you are consuming more, then you are inefficient. Okay. So it is also mentioned there. And what are the characteristics of management? Characteristics of management. First one, what is what goal oriented. Next one, continuous process. Is one day process or keep on going? Okay, there are no holidays for that. Sunday and Saturday will not be there for that. Okay, 24/7. It should work on the organization. And what about next one? What type of function? It's a dynamic function. So based on the changes in the environment, we have to change our strategies. Okay, accepting the changes and implementing them. And what about next one? Is it tangible or intangible? Sorry, what is meant by intangible? It is invisible basically. Okay, and what about next one? Is it individual activity or group activity? We are managing the groups or we are managing the teams in the organization, so it's a group activity. And what about last one? Sorry, and it is all persuasive. Okay, and main thing is that you should be in a position to write the slide headings when you are going with theory, as it is having theory, what is most important, ma? Side headings should be perfect. Okay, and what is the last one? Multi-dimensional. So it is managing whom and whom. Management of work, management of people, and management of operations. Different operations will be in the organization. Okay, for example, HR, it should be managed regarding people. Okay, hiring and all. And for example, like finance, what is the purpose of finance, ma'am? How to procure funds through banks or any other channel. Okay, because the main motive is to get the funds at low cost and get a benefit. Okay, and what are the objectives there? Totally 3 objectives. What are those 3 objectives, ma? Organizational, social, and personal. Okay, organizational, what is their main motive? Organization where the target is to get the reaching of goals and strategies they fix there. And what about social? The environment in which we are doing business should not be get affected drastically. Okay, if there is a positive impact, no issues. But if there is a negative impact and all, they will definitely go against us. Once they are going against us, who will be involved there? Government. Once government is taking license away from us, will there be survival for us, ma? No chance at all. Okay. And next, what are the importance? Mainly 5 points. What is the first one, ma? Achieving what objectives? So normally, if employees are having their own personal objectives, they should be achieved along with the organizational objectives. Okay. And what about next one, ma? Sir, we are getting land, labor, capital from whom? From society. Land is given by the society. Labor is given from the society. So automatically there should be society development and our development. Okay. And for example, next, what is that, ma? Creates what type of organization? Creates what type of organization, ma? Are we ready to change or not? Are we restricting the changes? We are ready to adopt the changes and all, and we are surviving in the market. Okay. And next, what is that, ma? Main motive or objective is to increase the efficiency. Okay, so if you are producing more goods from the same raw material, are you efficient or not? When compared to our competitor in the market, we are consuming less resources and giving more product. Then are we efficient or not? We are more efficient. And what about next one, ma? Individual goals should be achieved, and together group goals also should be achieved. Okay. So regarding this is the important topic which I am dealing now. What is heading there, ma? Nature of management. Sir, management is not the new topic at all. It is already existing there earlier. Now we are having different terms. Because in olden days, the kings used to manage their nation or their territory through ministers. Okay, ministers are involved in management basically. Okay, it is from long back basically. So what is the first sentence there, ma? Management is an as old as the civilization. For example, Harappa culture and all known to you, no? Harappa culture and all long back in history you might have gone through, basically. Okay, so in that time, from there, starting there onwards, we are having some sort of management. Okay, any Surya movie, ma? Latest Surya movie. Latest Surya movie. You are out of movies? Okay, only education. Okay. So what is the next point, ma? Development of commerce trade led to development of management. So because when we are going with a business and all, what is required, ma? Business to be get succeed, we need whom? People to manage the business. So that is most important aspect. Management will be most important aspect. Okay, for example, if your organization has no or improper management, will you survive in the market? You will not survive. Okay, so we need funds and also we need management. Both should be required for a successful organization. Now what is the last one, ma? Management, is it a static subject or a dynamic subject? Static or dynamic? Dynamic. It keeps on changing. There are no standard rules basically. Okay, and what is the extent is there, ma? Management is science or an art or a both. What is the answer for this? Both, all the above. Okay, so let us discuss one by one. What is the first one, ma? Management as an art. So what is meant by art basically? Art and artwork. Any idea? What is meant by art? What is meant by art, ma? So drawing is one art, dancing is one art, and music is also art. Okay, so it is also an art. Basically, not an art, but a profession. Okay, somehow difference, small difference. Okay, so for example, basically you should be having clear-cut idea of what is meant by art. Then you can get a clarity whether management is an art or not. Okay, so these things are covered. And next, what, ma? What is that type of application? Personalized application. For example, if you compare two speakers, who are those two speakers there, ma? Donald Trump and Barack Obama. Okay, so in this case, the way they are, the way, okay, the way they are addressing the people will be different. Okay, basically, and this guy, Barack Obama, will concentrate on what, ma? Not like that. So he may be talking against the things which are not good to the society, something like equality. But that buddy Trump will try to send away us from that nation. More egoistic. That's the point. So these two guys are using the same public speaking in a different way. So it changes as per their personal nature and all. Okay. And next, what these two buddies? Okay. Okay. So these two guys are actors, but the way of they do acting and all will be different. So their view or their performance will be different. Okay. It is based on their nature. So and next, Harry Potter is written by whom? And what about Sherlock Holmes? Name is present there. Okay, so the two writers, even though they are into same profession or in writing and all, the way they depict the story and all will be different. Okay, this guy is having a different concept and this guy is having a different concept. Sherlock Holmes is not, Sherlock Holmes, the detective and all, that's the point. And next, what is that one? Art is also having a separate point. What is that, ma? Based on practice and creativity. Sir, is there any difference between these specs? So creativity at peaks. Okay, so art will be including these three things basically. What is the first thing, ma? First thing, theoretical knowledge, existence. Sir, for example, for dancing and all, there should be some basic knowledge, na? So there are some sort of dancing school or training and all given in there. And also, for example, music. For music, there will be training, na? Music notes and all will be. And if you want to play, it is not that much easy to and all. You have to be learning and all basic things. These things are required for you. So art requires these things. What about second feature, ma? It depends upon the person to person. So he is using the speaking for a different purpose, and this guy is using for a different purpose. And the acting also. It's acting. It is art. But the way they give their performance will vary. Okay. And for example, Balaya is not, Balaya or Balakrishna. Okay, normally his art and his acting is different. Okay, so train he can stop. Those things and all, Jay Bali and all. So what is next one? Third point, based on what type of practice and creativity. So can you? So for example, so two persons are being compared here. What are those two persons, ma? Who are those two persons? And this guy is known to you or not known to you? Prabhudeva. Okay, so both are dances, but the view of you against them is different, and the way they perform is different. Okay, so what can you tell finally? To tell management as an art, these points are satisfied. What is the first one, ma? A successful manager practices the art of management in day-to-day job. So if you compare the first one, speaking and all, or speakers are using the day-to-day things in the speaking and all, either the same part is covered here. Okay, what is the next point, ma? Manage which areas? What are the areas you are managing there? Marketing. What is meant by marketing? So mainly basic meaning advertising, getting the product marketed into the market. Okay, what about next? Finance, ma? So procurement of funds, how we should procure the funds, okay, at low cost or high cost, local financier or a banker. And third one, human resources, how to procure the staff, what are the requirements of us. These things should be identified, and he is practicing daily. And for this, what is required, ma? What is required, buddies? Same point in the art, first point. Okay, and what about next one, ma? Applies scientific methods and knowledge to a given situation. So here, who is this buddy? So as of now, he is in a position to the Indian cricket team. As of now, na? So what is he using there? His old practice, experience, and being used here to make the other guys be perform there well in the game and all. That is a different category. And this movie is known to you, no? Is it known to you? So here normally this Akshay Kumar has prior knowledge, basic knowledge and all. And at the time of match, that is hockey, at last moment, he will ask them to remove the shoes. The same thing he got from where, ma? While he's traveling in a horse carriage and all, at one moment he will slip. Then his wife will guide him to do something which is more beneficial. Same thing applied where, ma? In the match. So whatever experience you are having, you are applying in the real world. So this is also an art. So management concludes that it is also a art. Okay. Next. So what is this question, ma? So if someone is asking himself that am I a good manager or not? Okay, if he is satisfying 3 points, he will be a good manager. What are those 3 points, ma? Okay, P plus C plus I will make you a good manager. What P stands for? Pakistan cricket. I were practice, creativity, imagination. So the more practice you are having, the more creativity you are having, the more imagination you are having, you are the best manager. Okay, even if certificates will not stand in front of you. Okay, if you are having good practice, creativity and imagination, these 3 are required. Next, what is the third one, ma? So the third point is that different styles of management. There are 2 styles of management. Carrot stick approach. Carrot stick approach, is it known to you? Basically. So if you see these 2 guys, for example, if some person is late to the office, not Osama bin Laden, ma, some other buddy is staying there, that we shall see. So if you compare the scenario, normally employee and employer, what those 2 guys, ma? Employee and employer. Who has the superiority, ma? Employer or employee? Employer. So if in a situation you are late to office and he's straight away scolding you by keeping you in front of everyone, will you feel happy? If you are having something like a different attitude, you will give him left and right, you will leave the premises. But if he is a genuine person, first he has to question one thing: what is the reason? If it is a genuine reason, can we give a chance, ma? There is a chance, okay? But what if this buddy, sir, he is encouraging him in front of everyone, okay? That is most important. What is the point? That is most important aspect. That is most static. Or else this buddies. Who are those 2 buddies, ma? Hitler and Gandhi. Hitler, what is his style of management, ma? His style of management or leadership? Hitler's style. Listen or I will kill you. Okay. So if you are listening, you are safe. If you are not listening, the torture will be worse than death. What about Gandhi, sir, ma? And because of his nation and all, he is the father of nation. Will he compel you to do or will he encourage you to do? Will he compel or force? No force and no compulsion. He will do a task and will make you to do by motivation. Normally he will motivate the people. That guy, other guy, will he motivate? Will he eliminate? Elimination is main motive. Okay. So that is a few things. And so to develop as a good leader, what are those few things required, ma? First one is self-motivation, and second one, highly trained, and you should be having basic education, and last one, creativity. Okay, these things are required to make you a best management person. Clear? So these are, finally you can conclude as what, ma? It is as a art. By these things you can conclude that management is also an art. You are managing whom, ma? To manage people, to manage friends, to manage an event, should be having some skills. That skills are forming part of an art. So you can conclude as one point. What is that point, ma? Management is an art. Okay, and what is the point of difference between a successful manager and a less successful manager? Which makes you a successful manager when compared to other person? One thing is creativity. Next, something like anything like emotional intelligence. What is emotional intelligence? So understand the other person. If you are not in a position to help him, do not make him trouble. That's the main thing. Okay. So, for example, so you made a target that from tomorrow you should get up at 4 a.m. What is the time, ma? 4 a.m. 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Sharp 4 a.m. But however, when it is that and all, do not take into consideration, ma, or else I will change the time for your convenience. So different. Sir, what is the timing? Basically, for example, let us take our own examples. Buddies. So I joined with that fellow buddy and I want to go for gym, basically. Okay. Fixed, and I started for 4 a.m. And at 4 a.m. when alarm starts, what I will do, ma? Ask it to sleep, and I also will sleep. Okay, that's a point. But if you want to be a successful manager, do not keep these things for a paper's sake. On the wall itself, I'm sticking that from tomorrow onwards, I will sleep for only 7 hours, and I will not use mobile. My screen time will be less than 1 hour. I have written on the paper. And next day, will I implement, ma? I will never implement. Then I will never be a successful manager. But if I am implementing, then automatically I will be successful manager. Okay. So next, what is next one, ma? What is next point there? Next point. What is next point? What is management as a science? What is basically science, ma? Any MPC buddies? No, any 10th? At 10th we are having good knowledge at physics and basically mixing. Okay, is management a science? That is a question. So first let us have an idea that what is meant by science. What is the first point there, ma? What is the first point? So basically that fellow buddy sat there. If he's sitting, because of him we are having physics and all. That is F equal to, so worst thing in the life. Okay, so if he's not sitting there, why should he think that why our apple is falling? Better to eat, na? Because of his worst nature, we got these issues and all. Okay, so normally in the case of science, what is the question, ma? Question of science. Why is the question? Why? Keep on questioning. And what is the cause for that? And what is the effect on that because of that? If you are going with that, then it's a science. The first part of science. Okay. And what is second point, ma? Second point. Is this picture clear to you? Any idea? What are they doing? They're testing the speed of a bike, not in real world, but in a experimental area. They are testing the speed of bike. Even science is having what motive, ma? They will do experiments. They keep on doing experiments, and one fine day they will tell successfully happened something and all. Okay. So in the same way, so what is the point there? Tested through repeated experimentations under controlled conditions. So for example, if you want to test a rocket and all, as it is much costly and all, what we will do, ma? We will try to experiment first in artificial environment. If it is successful, then we will go to the real world. Basically, even for example, Vande Bharat. Initially, while implementation, what they have done, ma? They have gone for test trials and all. If it is successful, then they what have done, ma? They implemented it. Basically, okay. And next, what about next one, ma? Science has what type of validity? Universally, everyone will accept it. E equal to mc square, or speed, whatever the formula is there. Not only in India, everywhere the same formula will be applied. Okay. So can you conclude that management is a science? So see the first point. A systematized body of knowledge. Okay. So own vocabulary and terms. For example, speed, force, gravity. In the similar way, we are also having terms. Different terms. Goal oriented, strategy, vision, mission. These are also terms forming part of a management. We are having our own terms. In the same way, science is also having terms. Okay. And what is next one, ma? What is this? Sir, management is also based on experimentation. Okay, they will experiment on few employees. If they are accepting it, they will implement the same policy to all the employees. So it is also like experiment. Experiment means science. Okay. What about the third point there, ma? Third point, application is not, basically at this point the management is failing, not having universal application, because some tactics or some strategies followed by you may not be followed by other nation. Okay. And for example, do you have anything idea like BCG matrix, ADL, SWOT analysis? That is not, but however that has universal application. Okay, some aspects are universally covered. Next. So what is next one, ma? So finally, the last point, whether management is a profession or not, is a question mark there. First one is regarding what, ma? Whether management is art or not. We conclude with the reasons. The second question is whether management is science or not. That is cleared. And last one is what, ma? Management as a profession. Okay. So can you conclude whether management is a profession, ma? First, we should know what is meant by profession. Any idea regarding profession? So CA is a profession, CMA is a profession. So what is the base for you to tell that it's a profession? Any conclusion points? Ma? Qualification, degree, still more. Practice. These are the few things which makes you to get as a profession. Basically, if you want to become a CA, what is a practice, ma? Basically, what is things should be done by you? First thing, you should register with ICAI. Once you are registered, you should clear your CA foundation. Once you are cleared that, they'll give a certificate that you are cleared with the foundation. After this, you are going to CA Inter. When you are going with CA Inter, and if you are done with both the groups, they'll give certificate of intermediate. And next what, ma? The next stage is articles. 2 years articles. If you are done, then you will get articleship certificate from the principal auditor. Once that is done, you will write the final exams. Then you will get what certificate, ma? CA certificate. So certificate is important in profession. Which is important, ma? Certificate. Okay. See the first one. Well-defined body of knowledge. Sir, CAs are having knowledge regarding what aspects? CAs are having knowledge regarding what, ma? What is aspects? Tax, law, accounts. These are knowledge required for CAs. And even with the CMS, and CS is exclusively for law, basically. Okay. So and what is next one, ma? What type of entry? Free entry or restricted entry? Sir, CAs basically only, for example, if 10,000 members are writing exam, not 2,000, less than that, are clearing exams. So restricted access. Sir, if you want to become a CA, just writing the name in front of name is not sufficient. Okay. If you want to write, you can write. But at the end, what is important, ma? Certificate is important. That certificate is restricted to only the guys who are clearing all the 4 stages: foundation, inter, articles, and final. Then you will get the certificate. Okay. Next, what about next one, ma? What type of association there? Sir, for CA, what is the association there, ma? For lawyers, bar council. What about CS? Okay. So that is the body which regulates the CS and all. What rules should be followed? What has to be followed by them and all, being regulated by ICAI. Okay. And next, what is the last one, ma? Ethical code of conduct. For professionals, these things are required. What is the first thing for a professional, ma? What is the first one? Well-defined body of knowledge. So they should be having knowledge. CAs are having knowledge in auditing, taxation, accounts, costing, GST. These things are prominent parts. And in the same way, is access restricted or free access? Restricted entry. Okay. And what about third one, ma? What type of association they are having? Professional association. So there is a separate body which is controlling them, basically. Okay. And last one, ethical code of conduct. Can you read this one, ma? Can you read this code? Is it visible? Is it visible? What is the code for them? For whom it is the code? Mainly for docs, doctors and all. It is a medical code for them. Okay. How they should be in their profession. In the same way, we are having code of ethics for CAs, code of ethics for CMAs, code of ethics for CS. They should abide that. That ethics is and all drafted by the regulatory body. For example, for CS, the code of ethics is drafted by ICAI. Okay. And what is last one, ma? To become a profession, basically, what is their main motive? So they are into service industry. They are giving some sort of service, whether it is paid or unpaid, that is secondary category. They are giving some service. Okay. And what about this? Lawyers, they are giving their own service and all. So what is their main motive, ma, of lawyers? Lawyers, main motive. To whom? That and all reality. That and all reality. Reality is not important. Their client. So for a lawyer, who is important, ma? Client's justice is important. For CA, client's income should be shown less and tax should be saved. Okay, that is professional language, or else tax evasion. Okay, that is main target. Okay, so what can you conclude, ma? Management can be said to profession to some extent, not full extent. So what are the points there? The question is that they may ask a question whether management is art, science, or a profession. You should be giving these reasons and then you will get the answers. Clear? If it is clear, shall we go with other one, ma? What is the next one, ma? Levels of a management. What is this point? What is this point, sir? Basic. Normally management triangle. What is it, ma? Management triangle. So triangle basically has top position. In the top position, will there be more people or less people? CEO, CFOs and all will be less basically. Chairmen and directors and all. But at the middle level, more when compared to the topmost level. But the lowest, least level, who will be more? They are more. They are operation level managers. Okay, for example, if you take the Suzuki and all, their operations normally at India wide controlled by whom? Few top guys. And they drive the strategies and implement the strategies and transfer them to middle level management. The strategies is driven to whom? Middle level management. And the middle level management will transfer to whom? Bottom level management. They are having a thought of introduction, implementation and all. So what are those three most important levels? Three most. First one, what is the first one, ma? Top level management. Basically, Ratan Tata and all normally they used to sit there. Okay, Ambani and all, they'll sit there basically. They'll make decisions. And these decisions are being driven by through whom? Through the middle level management to the other guys. So strategy framing is their duty. Once strategy is framed, it will be transferred to whom? Middle level management. This management will transfer those strategies to operation level so that they will implement. Okay, so implementation responsibilities regarding whom? Bottom level management. And you can also see accountability and authority. So when you go to the lower level, authority will decrease, but accountability will increase. So if, for example, at Suzuki, for India level, if the sales are less, they will ask whom? They will ask operational manager or top level managers? Top level managers, because they are answerable to them. Okay, so that's the point. For example, if something happens in the institute, whom will you contact? Nikhil sir. He's the top management. Okay, once top management is consulted there, they will get the clarity, full decisions and all. And responsibility, who is more responsible here? Top management, and he has more power. But can SAR have a fixed responsibility to any other person? Ma? For example, for economics or for maths or for some subject, he is fixing the responsibility. So that faculty will be accountable to Nikhil sir. That's the point. Okay. And next, what is next one, ma? Last one for this day. What is that point? Functions. What are the functions of management? So for your sake of understanding, you can go with this. So what is the first one, ma? Planning. What is meant by planning, sir? Planning. What is meant by planning? Normally you may prepare some sort of plans for your exams. That is exceptional case. For example, a good guy from the class is preparing a plan for exam. Okay. And next one, organizing. Sir, we are allocating our resource to different levels because resources are required. Na? Just planning is not sufficient. We need some resources to implement it. And what is next one, ma? Staffing. Sir, who is responsible for which task? For example, we are conducting a party there and the first line of guys are responsible for organizing it and the second guys are responsible for collecting the funds. If you delegate, automatically we can question. That's a point of staffing. And finally, what is the last point? Last but one, directing. So whether they are reaching the same point or not, we should give some sort of basic directions. And at the end, what is it, ma? What is the controlling means purpose? Sir, I gave a direction. Whether you are following or not is to be checked. Now. Supervisory thing is controlling basically. So this forming part of management. What is the first one, ma? Planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. So can we have a quick recall of what we have discussed today? First, last in, first out. LIFO is known to you? LIFO, FIFO, weighted average. LIFO, FIFO, weighted average. Okay, accounts basics and all not there now for you. At class 11 you will be having accounts now. Commerce. That is something similar to that. Stock valuation. Stock valuation. Inventory valuation. Super. That's point. So basically, normally for stock, FIFO is best. For studies, which is best, ma? LIFO is best. Okay. Shall we go with the functions? Can you tell the functions? First one. What is the first one, ma? Planning. Second one, organizing. Third one, staffing. Fourth one, and last one. So these are the functions. Okay. So how many functions, ma? 5. Exam point of view, be perfect with the headings. And the content, as you are good at English and all, you can draft. No issue with that. Okay. And next, what are the levels of management, ma? 3 levels. What is the first level, ma? Top level management. What is the top level management has basically? Who are those guys? Board of directors, management directors, MDs and all. Okay. Higher authority. They make strategies and they direct to someone. Okay. And in this case, who is having highest authority, ma? Top level. Next, what is next level, ma? Middle level management. Who are those forming part there? What are those heads? For production, finance, HR. Okay, different heads will be na. Those guys are responsible for that functional area. Okay. Sorry, ma. And next, what is the last one there, buddies? Supervisor or bottom level management or supervisory or operational. So they are responsible for operations. Okay. So can you conclude the 3 points? What is the top first most level, ma? Top level management. Second one, middle. Third one, bottom level management. Okay. So can you conclude the sentence that whether management is art, science and profession? Yes or no? Yes. And there are some sort of reasons now. Because of those reasons we can conclude that our management is also an art, science and a profession. Okay. Next, what we have learned earlier, ma? Nothing buddy. Importance. First, what is the first one? Sir, I am not going with all the intellectual topics and all. At least at the end of the point, basic summary is important. Okay. So I have a thought that you can write in notes and all. I felt so, but you may or you may not write. For that sake, I am going with the revision. Okay. So are you having a habit of writing notes, ma? Normally, yes or no? Yes, no. Yes, no, no, yes. Okay. If there is a group and all, I will share this file in the group basically so that you can go for quick recalls. Revision is important mainly. Okay. Sir, what is the importance? First importance, ma? What is the first importance? Achieving what objectives? Personal objectives. Okay. And what is second one, ma? What is second one? Society development. Sir, because of business or because of management who are getting developed, not only the organization but also society which is surrounding that. Okay. And for example, ITC, is it not, you know? What is ITC full form, ma? ITC. Indian Tobacco Company. Okay. So normally they are into which business? Fast moving products and all. And also they are having into classmate notes. It is there now. So and also as they are doing something to the society, they have opted e-chopples. What is that, ma? E-chopples. E-chopples. Do you have the idea of that? Vinnaramma? At least e-chopples and. So normally, who is the person suffering because of agriculture? Farmers are suffering now. So ITC framed an objective that one guy from their management or their operational team will receive the nearby farms. They will directly contact the farmers, and after contacting them, they will get the entire produce or yield from the farmers, and they will eliminate the middlemen. So what are they eliminating, ma? Middlemen. For example, for a scenario, what is the value of 1 kg? Example, what is the cost, ma? How much? 35 or around, for example, for our sake, 50. Okay, 50 rupees we are getting the end product. But for the same product, how much is the farmer paid, ma? Sometimes rupees 1 or 2. That is a harsh reality. That is a harsh reality. Okay, what is the difference there? Sometimes they will buy from tons, na? It is a harsh reality. Because normally they produce it with the hope that they will get a good price. When they are reaching the market yard, they may not be giving the price. They will demand, if you want you can, or else you can leave. In this position, when you reach the market, what you will do, ma? better to get some amount. Even they are not in a position to get transport charges also. And few farmers are leaving the stock on the road itself, basically. Okay, so what is the difference there, ma? Approx 48. So if they remove the middlemen, will the farmer get benefits? So that is the main objective of e-choppals. That is by ITC. It is something like a good CSR. We can tell that. Okay. So regarding society development, that is a part there. Next, what is the importance of management? Importance. Can you tell the first point? Achieving personal objectives is done. What about next one, ma? Society development. So ITC is going with the e-choppals. That's the main motive there. And what is next one, ma? Creates what type of environment? Dynamic organizations. For example, during the starting of Corona stage, every company which is into pharmaceutical industries, they have gone for which point? Mask. Everyone is also manufacturing masks and sanitizers. So environment is giving some impact to us or some hint to us. Should we use it or should we keep it aside? Definitely, if you are into management, you will definitely capitalize it. Okay, once you are capitalizing, who is getting benefited? Organization. For example, Reddy's Laboratories, don't you know? Okay, they are into which industry? So automatically they have gone for a number of sanitizers and masks and even medicines which are required for corona. You'll get more benefit. Okay, that's the point. Next, what is next one, ma? What is next point there? Last one. Increase efficiency. What is main mode of efficiency, ma? How much I'm consuming and how much work I'm giving there, raw material and all. That's the point. And what about next last but one objectives? Three objectives. What are three objectives, ma? Organizational, social, and personal. Social is related to society. Personal is related to staff. So, for example, employees working in an organization, and if the premises is not fully safe, like it is fully dangerous, is it safe for employees to stay there? For example, for this premises, there is a factory and there is only one entrance, and the same entrance should be used for exit also. Is it safe or risky to the employees, ma? Highly risky. What is the reason? If some danger or fire accident happens, all the guys should go to the same area. Is it risky or not, ma? Definitely risky, and there will be chance for same thing happen there in RCB. Okay, that's a point. So you should be having a thought of managing everything properly. Next, characteristics. Can you go through once? What is the first one? Goal oriented, continuous process, dynamic function, intangible, group activity, and all based. So shall we end here? So thank you, buddies.